Hey there, my culinary enthusiasts. Today I'm going to show you how I make my version of budget chili con carne. By budget, I mean three things: as cheap as humanly possible, nutritious enough to keep you going, and packed with a tasty capsaicin kick, while still flavorful and enjoyable. Let's start by talking about how budget-friendly this meal is. I went to the cheapest store I could find near my house, called Prís. I bought the cheapest ingredients I could find there, and you can do the same in your local store. The total cost came around $9 to $10, roughly the same price as a Big Mac meal from McDonald's in the States. The budget-friendly part is that what I made can easily satisfy 4 adults, while a McDonald's Big Mac meal only fills 1 person. When I'm making a stew or a pot of chili, I like to use both a pan and a pot. I fry the meat in a pan, then bring everything together in a pot, where it concentrates into a tasty, nutritious, hot meat stew. I'm wearing gloves while cooking because I'm recording myself. It's just to show cleanliness to you, the audience. This is a habit I picked up while working in a fast food restaurants, where the customers could see into the kitchen behind the counter as they ordered. I want my cooking videos to look just as clean and professional as those kitchens. Anyway, the first step is to heat up the tomato sauce in a pot over medium heat, while a cast iron frying pan heats up on high. Then I pour about 1 deciliter of water into the tomato sauce can to rinse out every last bit of sauce and add it to the pot. This extra water helps everything blend more smoothly. As the chili simmers, the water will naturally evaporate, concentrating the flavors and bringing everything together into a richer, more flavorful stew before serving. Next, I add beef bouillon cube to elevate the flavor. You can use whatever similar seasoning you have in your kitchen. And because chili con carne has chili in its name, I'm adding Carolina Reaper chili powder to the pot. I bought this powder in bulk online, and it has lasted me a very long time. It's my favorite chili pepper to cook with. A big thank you to Smokin Curry and the hard-working team at the PuckerButt Pepper Company. You guys are awesome. I'm adding just under 1 teaspoon, which is the perfect amount to give a satisfying burn without causing pain. Of course, you can use whatever chili powder, seasoning blend, or fresh chili you have on hand. You can even pour in a bit of hot sauce if you'd like, or mix and match different chili ingredients. Go ahead and experiment and have fun. Then it is time for the carne in my chili con carne. The meat. I fry it in batches in a pan so I can more easily render out the fat and the juices without overcrowding it. This is a budget minced beef, which means it's a blend of sheep and cow meat. The amazing smell of the meat hitting the hot pan made me look forward to tasting the final result at dinner. To help the meat release its fat and make it more easier to handle in the pan, I sprinkle some salt on it. It becomes much more manageable this way. Once it's caramelized a bit, I season it with Lawry's seasoning salt to add flavor before transferring it to the pot. Go ahead and use any all-purpose seasoning blend you have on hand. I let it simmer for 5 to 10 minutes on medium heat, then lowered the temperature and started adding the beans. I'm using chickpeas this time because they were the most affordable option. I drained them by leaving the can upside down in a sink with the lid half open before adding them to the pot. Since this is a budget chili, I like to include beans to make it heavier and more satisfying. I used 2 tablespoons of sauce thickener to make it chunkier and less soupy. I like this thickener because it doesn't affect the color of my chili. There are many ways to thicken a chili. This is just what works for me. Your chili might not even need a thickener. It's entirely up to you. Now that the putting stuff in the pot part of making the stew is done, I'm going to leave it on low heat for about half an hour to an hour to tenderize the meat and let the ingredients become more flavorful. I will stir it occasionally to make sure nothing burns on the bottom of the pot. A recipe like this is great for making in large quantities. It's perfect for cooking in a slow cooker and letting it simmer for hours. It also freezes well. Just portion it into freezer bags for a long-term storage. It's always nice to have a rich, nutritious meal ready to heat up in a pan or even in a microwave when you're not in the mood to cook. After plating some for myself and freezing the rest, I served it with a white rice to make it even more filling. I also enjoyed chili with brown rice, cornbread, toasted bread, crackers, tortillas, or just straight from a bowl. I like topping it with pickled jalapenos, and I've also had it with sour cream, cheddar cheese, raw onions, and coriander leaves. Go wild, experiment, and of course, have fun. Now it's taste test. Remember, I added just under 1 teaspoon of Carolina Reaper powder to the pot. It's good. It's really good. I can definitely taste the Carolina Reaper. Got that classic Carolina Reaper burn. I could definitely eat this once a week. This could definitely be a staple on a week's menu. Good stuff. I'm gonna finish this now. This is really good. Thank you kindly for watching. I hope you found some value in this video to add to your culinary knowledge arsenal. Feel free to share this video anywhere. Like, comment, and tell your friends about it. You're welcome to stick around by subscribing. I plan to talk about video games and pop culture on this channel in the future. This video was just a fun test to share some of the culinary things I know, which are pretty limited, but I had a great time making it, and I hope you enjoyed watching it too. Bye for now, and have a good one.